Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Faradita Pridati. I'm from English Language Study Program. Today I will explain about basic translation. The topic is stereotype and sexism. This is all about gender, social relationship between men and women. But this book is about text sexism. According to law of 1975, sexism is based on the assumption the woman's position in all aspects is always lower than men, and this phenomenon is reflected in the language. Generally, sex stereotype is an attribute for men and women that have been nurtured and secured in the community. That women, for instance, usually identical with passive, weak obedience character, while men usually attribute as a strong, active, interactive, taker characters. Usually, the people tend to receive this attribute with no condition toward with the attributes are then for men sexual division of labor, such as woman is a housewife, taking care of children, cooking, or domestic roles, while man is a leader of the family, hard worker, public laws. That's why, although a widow is a hard worker to raises her children, two people still consider her as a housewife, not a leader of the family. Anybody remember when we were studying in elementary school and learned to make our sentences? Our sentences possibly like this: ibu memasak di dapur, sedangkan ayah membaca koran. Or Wati bermain boneka di ruang tamu, sedangkan Budi bermain sepak bola di lapangan. This is stereotype is a culture product of the nature, not nature. This phenomenon is culturally reflected in the language, which is the used in a community. Language is means of community. Besides, this language is also reflected a community and culture. Where the language is from. There are some example quite here. Public role, activity, power are considered as a dominant of men. That's why in English, for instances, the word God is the references to pronoun he, because this word contains attribute of power that is suitable for men. Also in Bahasa Indonesia, we can see the phrases tiang rumah tangga, kepala rumah tangga, are identical with a man because tiang and kepala are attributes of strong, superior. But the phrases ibu, rumah tangga, doesn't contain two attributes, so it is suitable as a woman attribute. Text you provided discuss the phenomenon of sexism in language and challenge faced by translator. When deadlining with political and culture, text it highlights example from Bahasa Indonesia and English to instituted to gender, basic and political perspective can be reflected in the language and translation. In this part, the text discuss sexism in language setting. Example in Bahasa Indonesia and English. It's explain how to generate pronouns and passive sentence structure can reinforce stereotype and gender inequality. The writer suggests the translator should be unaware of this basis and translated in a way that aligns with the sexism present in the target language. The second part address the translation of political text is present an example from Australian geography discuss the annexion of East Timor by Indonesia. East Timor by Indonesia. The text mentions different perspectives on the event and how translators need to consider the political context and viewpoints of both the source and target language when translating such text. The third part discuss the translation of culture meanings using a poem titled Surat dari Oslo by Tonti Herati. The poem expresses that poet's feelings about her friend's daughter wedding and incorporates Javanese language element to convey cultural significance. The text emphasizes the importance of considering individual, family, and socio-cultural aspects when translating cultural text. Overall, the text highlights the completeness and challenge involved to translation text that involves sexism, politics, and cultural meanings. It emphasized the need for translators to be sensitive to these issues and accurately convey the intended meaning in the target language while considering culture, nuances, and perspective. That's all for me. Thank you.